Hey folks. Crash, bang. Yeah, this is a video production note. One of the charts that pops up comes, you know how it pops up right over here? It says new chart. Want to look at the whatever chart? Sometimes a chart comes up there and I say, oh, that's a broken chart. I don't want to see that because it's broken. So I think the chart is the kills chart. So not the dragon kills, but the kills chart. It goes all wonky. And then I was like, well, geez, it's broken. This production note is about fixing that bug. That's what we're going to do. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we do is we hop into our the program that makes those charts. So it's Moria stats. There's all of these programs. Moria dash blah blah blah. Moria chart is the one that makes the chart, and it kind of looks like this, kind of a crappy poor man's help. You give it the binary of the thing you want to make a chart of. You give it the font in two ways, because, and then the title of the chart. So let's test that. It goes like this. So Moria chart. And the binary is actually Moria kills. The font file lives in a weird place. Squada 1. And the font name is something like Squada 1. And we'll call it kills, or test kills. Okay, boom boom. Hey, I made something. Let's take a look at it. Alright, test kills. See that? And then it's like, oh, I know how this works. Oh, it's still going down. It's just not being all wonky. See that? It's still dipping. It's not always up. Something's happening. What could it be? So here's how Moria kills works. It just passes in a data file. So the Moria chart. So we'll just give it a directory that contains a bunch of saved games, and away it goes. So you might look at this and go, what am I looking at? The left side is the time, and the right side is the kills. All of these charts do the same thing. They have the time on the left. All these data files have the same format so that the chart program can know what to do. Time on the left, stat, count on the right. So it's all kind of jumbled. Let's just sort it numerically with the -n. That's what that does. All right. So you can see time is just marching up here. Old Galen has been alive for this long, 0.82 days. And you can see it looks okay. Look at this. Oh. See that? We went down one. Wow. And if you go all the way to the top, oops, had one. You can see it's all just a jumble, a great big jumble mess. And all it's doing for every turn here is running a kills count on each save game. Each one of these is a save game. How could it come up with another number? Well, let's debug it. I don't know. I don't know the answer to this, folks. Roll up our sleeves. So it's like kills or something, yeah. Look how easy. Why is this so different and strange? Oh, what I mean by that is, why doesn't this work? It's so easy. How do you get that crazy effect? Look at that. Kills equals 0. That's good. Kills plus equals, and then we go into the recall array, and we count them up for each thing in max creatures. How could that possibly be wrong? I don't know. I don't hear an answer coming. Isn't that strange? Well, I guess we can go look at the kills the C recall thing, record. It's got to be hanging out here somewhere. Recall type. So these are the movement flags. These are what spells. It's a 16-bit unsigned integer. Deaths is the number of times it's killed us, the player. Defense. Wake, ignore. How could this be varying? Unless it's wrong already there in the array. Something's messing with it? Are we not reading in and writing it out properly? I just don't know. Is this, maybe it's a bug in Moria and not in the stats generation? Huh. Well, it seems so straightforward. Let's go look at kills again. Yeah, there's no, are we looping over the right number of things? That would be a good question. Let's just go look in G Moria and we'll see how these are saved out. G Moria, source, save, C recall, max creatures. So there's kills. So if these have any values at all, they get saved. If they're all zeros, they don't get saved. And it's writing out a short. It really is. Alright. We're just going to look for the next one. This will be load. Yeah. Okay. A little bit different here. We're not saving out all of them to save space because disk was expensive at one time. Don't want to save extra file, extra data. So it's loading up the list. Yeah, and it's putting it in the right spot. And it's reading in a short. And each array is preceded by a... each record is preceded by its index number. Looks fine. What messes with our kills? Riddle me that. So, say we just looked at types, that's the other thing. And then there's this. Surely, somewhere it adds it up. And this prints it all out. That's what that's all about. All about. And there is the increase. No craziness is going on here. Says me. But it doesn't work. Where's the bug? It's not a simple bug. I was hoping for a simple bug. Max short, so it's making sure it doesn't overwrite. It doesn't loop around. We're not in any danger of that. Max short is max unsigned short is 2 to the 16 minus 1, which is 32,768. If you're a programmer, you know that. Minus 1 is 7, whatever, 8, 8, you don't know. Killing time here because I don't know what the answer is. Okay. You know what? We're going to have to do this the slow way. This is going to be a long video, folks. Alright. Here's kills. Wow. We're going to have to take a little bit of a closer look here. A little bit of a closer look. And we're just going to print. Instead of that, print the number that we're on, and then the kills. C recall IR kills. And we're only going to do this if there is a kill to count. Make the data easier to look at. And now when we do this, we'll be able to see. Ooh, is it going to configure? Huh, well that didn't work, did it? Our kills. Water drinking time. Alright. So now when we run kills, and we give it a nice directory, we don't have to give it a directory. We can give it just a file. No help. That sucks. But I'm pretty sure you can just give it a file. We'll just give it our standard save file. And there it is. Ooh. Look what I see. I see fishiness. How about you? I didn't do something right. Because I'm an idiot. Gotta give it an actual index number. Alright, so now you can see it's counting up, right? It's counting up. And all these are the kills on the right. Always counting up, yeah. If it didn't, there'd be something really wrong. And they're all non-zero values. So these are the indexes of all the monsters we've killed and the number of that monster we have killed. So, you know what? The very first two of that big list were different. Remember that big list of all of the things? It was like this. G Moria kills. 14 whatever. This is Galen's directory. And if we just do head 2, see, it's unfortunate. Hang on. Yeah. You can see the... No, we want to sort. Yeah. The very first... Before we even start the game. You know what? I know what it is. I know what it is. I figured it out. Okay. Before haven't figured it out, please. I figured out a thing. Here's the thing. When we start the game, the first before we make any moves, we're at 47 kills. That's because of our other monster contributors. That's because that counter isn't just for Galen. Excuse me. It's for all the characters. So why is it going down? I don't know. But that's for all that makes sense then, kinda. Because it says 32 of these monsters have been killed by contributors to your monster memory. That's what it says. So it just doesn't mean Galen, it means everybody. So where do we can't use kills then. That's what that means. We can't use the C recall. So how would we get this information if not through C recall? It doesn't exist. We'd have to generate it and save it or something. Huh. How does dragon kills work? Because that kind of works, doesn't it? Let's try that. Dragon. G Moria dragon kills. And we'll give it the same crazy directory. Should say 0, right? Yeah. Zeros all the way down, folks. Zeros. Dragon kills counts killed dragons properly. How? Well, it's using our kills. Oh, my head is hurting because it doesn't work and I don't know what's going on. Do you know what this is? Do you see the issue? The issue is Dragon Kills works. It's using our kills. Our kills is fine. Our kills is suggesting that it isn't actually contributors to our monster memory. Wow. And it's just, these are looking up particular dragons. That's what all these indexes are. Been confused. Why? Why? I'm reminded of a scene in Waiting for Godot where he's asking why one of them is asking Pozzo why he doesn't let his manservant put down the bags. His manservant is acting like a horse. And he says, why doesn't he put down the bags, kind of thing. Why? And he does a question mark in the air, puts a point on it. Why? Isn't that fishy? Same? Different? What's different is that lookup thing. Yeah, I don't know. Well, could it be that? Creature online, blah? What if I did that? Creature online, I don't know why that would fix it. I'm just making this look like that. That's all I'm doing here, folks. We don't need to do that at all. I don't know why this would fix it. I don't know what the proper answer is. Do you? Okay, Dragon Kills. There's that. Oh, that is some fishiness going on there, boy. I don't like that at all. Why would I do that? Isn't that fishy? Creature online. What line where? We removed comments that mess up the line numbering in monsters.c. Alright. But I don't have monsters.c. Huh. Monsters constant? No. Well, I guess I don't really like that. Why would we do that? Was it just easier to find out what number it was by giving a line number? And 165 lines at the top of the other one is... Let's check it out. 597 is a dragon. Remember that. 597. Half of programming is answering your own questions. Monsters. Now, monsters table. 597, right? Here's our, I'm pointing at the screen, you can't see. There, that's got to be 597, right? Dragon? Yes. But it's not the first dragon, is it? There's other dragons. So confused. Back to stats. Divided by 2. 597. Oh, that's what it is. 597 minus 165. That'll be the first line with the dragon, I hope. 432. Trying to make some sense of this, folks. Not a dragon. Huh. Then I believe we divided it by 2, which makes even less sense. 216. Oh, you know what? We're finding the index. So, 1, 2, and so on. Oh, man. All right. Looking for the first dragon. There it is. 593. Which is basically the 432 plus whatever. I wonder if we're missing that. Did we just find another bug? 593 is the first darn thing. Hang on. 593. That is where the first line is. And then 594, then 595. Oh, but it's doubled, right? So it'd be 595, 597, like that. 3, 5, 7. All right, G Moria stats, dragon kills. Look at that. It's like we forgot to do... No, wait a minute. Those are 3 in a row right there. It's like we're just off. So what line... been confused. We're down the rabbit hole now, folks. 597, 599, and 601. Why would that be weird? Huh. Hang on. Young white dragon? Is that here anywhere? Nope, it's really not. So somewhere here we're actually reaching, see, libload game. That has in it the tables somehow. Oh, I hear a crazy beeping. How does Dragon Kills get that monsters array? How does it see it? Well, could only be in this chunk. Monsters constant. Tables anywhere? Save variable. Like, where does it come from? Hanging out here? No. I did a search for, like, young dragon, and it's not here. Ancient green dragon. Mature green dragon. Case insensitive search. Where does it come from? How come I'm an idiot today? What's going on here? Oh. Okay, I got it. It's just working with the save file, and the save file doesn't have white dragon in it. It's got an index number. That's all it has. It specifies the creature instance, not the creature type. That's the difference between creature and monster in Moria. Okay. How does this help us? Yeah, this is just meant to be an easy way to find the numbers. But I question those numbers. Said 597, 599, 601. What the frig? Bad news. Were we counting wrongly on dragon stats? There's no way to really test that. So, we'll leave that as a question mark. Yeah. Okay, back to kills. How do you describe this? The main question is whether or not our kills is for us or for everybody. That's the main question. And I really think it's for everybody, because in recall, oh, there you go. 4 of the contributors to your monster memory have been killed by this creature, and it is not known to ever being defeated. Interesting. Otherwise, it says the whatever. Deaths isn't filled out because we haven't died from it. And then there it is. Have been killed by contributors to your monster memory. So it isn't just for us. So how come Dragon thing works? I know. Wow, something just dropped. The cleaners are washing the windows, so there's these ropes hanging down, and I just saw like a black thing go. Jeez. Or look out above. Yeah. So, how does the monster memory work? Well, as long as you use the same save file for subsequent characters, when it goes to make a new character, it doesn't zero anything out. So, and that's, I think, what we did with Moria, with this show. If we run this thing called Start Moria, we're down the rabbit hole now, folks. It's ridiculous. So this is what begins the game. And what it's doing is going out and finding our last file in the directory, and we're in that numbered directory, and we're copying it to moria.save. And we run Moria. And then if our hit points is less than 1, that's interesting. Then we, because we had 0 hit points in the last game, and we weren't dead. But we're trying to say if we're alive, if we're dead, then we copy this 000 save. Yeah. Bugs everywhere, folks. So I guess I'm thinking that this would probably... First thing we do is we delete the darn thing that's there. First thing we do is that. Then we get the last save game out of the last numbered directory. So that would carry it along, I guess. It doesn't explain why the dragons don't work. Why the dragons are all 0. So confused. And even still, if these were carried forward, then there's no reason why the total number of kills would vary. No reason at all. We saw that they can only go up. The only way they get modified is ++. They never even get zeroed. So when we add them all up, how in the world could they have different accumulations? Been confused. All right. We'll answer our own question here. So, here's kills. Get rid of this creature online business. Red herring. We'll add this back in. Right. Okay. Remove that. Oopsie. Moria kills. Now we need 2 of the... don't need that anymore. We need 2 save files. We need the first 2. Alright. Up we go. Weirdness going on there. Why would that be there? Not sorting it like I wanted to sort it. That looks better. Nope. There you go. These 2 are the first 2. So we run it on this one. And we get nothing. That's good, isn't it? It should be 0. We're going to add this in. Zero. Add it to the next one. Huh? All right, we're getting closer. We're looking at weirdness. Maybe you've already figured it out. 0. 0, 0. Huh? Why doesn't it work? How can we get a strange number? Huh. Comment that out. I just want to do it again here. So, G Moria kills. That's the first one. 0. 0, 0. I'm doing the Leo squint. We're looking at the bug right here. So there's a bit of a weirdness, bit of a thing that happens here. See that dir reader business? That's where it goes out and jumps in that directory and it gets all of the save files. And it runs kills, right there, on the directory. Or if we're given a file, it just runs it on the file. That's the magic there. So we don't need that. We don't need that. This all looks proper and good. Are there any weirdnesses here? Reshadowing some other variable? Looks fine to me. Kind of want to... Yeah, the wall is on. So now, we do G Moria kills on our directory. We sort them. And it's 47. Wow. What do you think? This does not equal that. That's a bug. Crazy hand gestures. That's a bug. We're looking at it. We got a really good handle on it. We can see that it should be 0. And we can see that it's not printing out 0. So where's it printing that out? Well, in dir reader. Here's the crazy dir reader function. Looping over all the things on our command line. It accepts the -- today option, which means don't do it for all of them, just do them for the ones that go to today. Alright, so there's our open. And this is why it's not in order, right? Because these inodes are they're in inode order. So whatever order the inodes are in are the order that we read these in. It doesn't read them in like numeric order, or even in order that they were saved. So some So it looks for .save files. That's the today stuff. We're not doing that. Right. But we are doing this part. So, and there it is. Get char, that's loading in the file. And then we run our func. We don't do a new line here. We're just printing out the turn, the time. And then we print out our func. So what in the world is this file that gives us that? Let's just print it out. Excuse me. Yeah, something's fishy here, boy. Are those in order? They appear to be in order. What do you think? Huh? Is that the same as that one? Ends in 522? Same one. It has an extra slash. But I don't think that matters. Oh, that's not our directory, is it? Is it? I think it is. Yeah, it is. I'm hoping I found a bug. Why? It's like the wrong func is being passed in. It really thinks it's that. We're going to call this e-kills. What do you think? That didn't do it. Thinking maybe there's some shadowing. Feels like a shadowing bug. Huh. Okay, recapping. See that? See this? When run through dir reader, it says the answer is 47. When we run it ourselves, it says the answer is 0. How can it be different? Well, dir reader runs both. So there's the one, and here's the other one. So if you try to open up the first thing on the command line and it isn't a directory, we do this. We're running the same function, folks. The same. And it prints 0. Here it prints 0. Here it prints 47 or whatever it was. 47. Why? Oh. Incidentally, there's no check down here. Or turn being under 0. Huh. Is it really the same? Yeah, it's really the same. It's not just similar. It's the same. What's the bug? Do you see it? I don't. How can this be? Is func modified anywhere? No. I don't know. This is weird. Now, like this number gets reset to 0. So I'm going to change this to e-kills. And try that again. Because it must be shadowing. It could... No, it can't not. It can't be shadowing. Oh, that is funky. It can't be shadowing because it's not shadowed. Shadowing is when one variable in an upper scope shadows a variable on a lower scope, or vice versa, or whatever. They can conflict. They're the same name. Dir reader. So here it works. Now there it doesn't work. And here it does work. I'm just amazed. Amazed. So I'm not going completely insane. We can print out argv1 here, argvi. Argvi. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, that'll be fine. Dir reader depends on all of the other ones, so it compiles all of them. That's really it. I don't hear an answer, guys. I can't hear you. It has nothing to do with today. Today is not set. So it can't be that. This is the file name. We know that works. We know it's a .save. We loop around. We do it again. I have an idea. I have an idea. Make dir temp crapola. I use that one a lot. Go-Go is my other go-to name. We are going to just go copy. Oh, come on. What is it? 01. The first two. I'm an idiot. Are we having fun yet? Jeez. There's the first two. Oopsie. I just copied one onto the top of the other. That's bad. We're going to copy that one. And that one. To temp go-go. And now we're going to operate Moria kills on temp go-go. There's only 2 files in there. Works. 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 So that's good. But if we do them one at a time, and they'll work as well. Yeah, look at that. Is there some crazy save hanging around? It's looking like memory corruption, which is the very worst. There's no crazy save file hanging here that isn't numeric. I don't think. No, it'll stand out like a sore thumb. Yeah, it's not there. So, there's some kind of corruption going on. For small values, this is going to work. Isn't that interesting? Huh. Something's messing it up. Such that that fails. Could it be loading isn't entirely... Oh. I think I know what it is. Eureka. All right. In our save here, we go to load in the recall. And you'll recall that when we read it in here, we read in the index number. That's read in the index number of the thing. And then we read in the record of the creature record. Not the creature record, the C recall. This is the index into creature. Or monsters, one or the other, doesn't matter. And this one is the, recall. Recall struct. The issue is subsequent calls to this, subsequent calls to C recall fills in, it doesn't ever wipe it. It presumes it's wiped already because you only ever load once in a game. There's no way to load another game in Moria. So, what we have to do is we have to clear that whole array. Memset, C recall, 0, size of C recall. Is that going to work? No. That would be too easy. Maybe it will. Here's our recall type. Oh, it is going to work. Look at that. It's an array. Max creatures. Yes, that's all we need to do. This will fix it. Wow. Fingers crossed. Is this going to work? Did we fix it? Do you understand the bug? I hope so. Okay. So we just do Moria kills, and then the directory, which I should know by now. Sort head. Booyah. Looks fine. All right, you can see it's going up. Very good. For the final thing, this has been a long one, folks. For the final trick, we'll generate the proper chart. Like so. Moria chart. Give it Moria kills. Give it the name of the font. Squada 1. Give it the font name. And test kills. Here we go. Wow, that's been an adventure. Bye-bye. Alright. Just to finalize our changes. Make install. And we're done. Alright, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video production note. I did not know what was going to happen. We went on a journey and we persevered and we solved the bug. Ta-da! Alright, see you next time. Bye.